I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter. I coach people and organizations to be more effective. I'm the head coach for JobSearchCoachingHQ.com and NoBSCoachingAdvice.com. And I want to talk with those of you who are going to be looking for work fairly soon about refreshing your resume. Now, I'll simply say that resume styles and techniques vary over the course of time. So I just want to deal with some basics. And I'll start off with, the one very simple thing is when you look at updating your last resume, you may see it as an old, tired document. Maybe you use Times New Roman as the font for the resume. No one uses that anymore. Maybe it looks like it was written on a typewriter. No one likes that anymore. I'll simply say there are ways that stylistically you can improve your resume. You can look for those online. I'm not going to give you a description of those. I just want to deal with a couple of contextual things. And I have some notes here, so at times you may see me look down because I jotted down a few ideas. So number one is make sure your contact information is accurate. Now, name, city, state, and zip code. I'm going to remind you about zip codes, since when resumes get inputted into an applicant tracking system, if you ever want someone to contact you again, other than at the time that you're submitting the resume, when they're doing searches on their side, they're narrowing down geography by zip code. And they're not doing it by city or state. They're not doing it by area code of your mobile number. So again, city, state, zip code, phone number, mobile, of course, and include your LinkedIn URL. Now, some people will talk about social networks that you're on. LinkedIn is the only one that really matters right now. So make sure that that's there. And I'm not saying to have the entire URL there. You might just embed it. And that would serve you very well. Next, if you're someone who uses a professional summary in your profile, take another look at it, because the probability is since the time that you wrote it last until now, it's changed. What you really do, what your real expertise is, has evolved. And as you re-edit it, I want you to think in terms of keywords, because keywords are how people search for you. And that's true on your LinkedIn profile as well. So understand, once a resume is in an organization's applicant tracking system, or they're searching for you on LinkedIn and they're trying to find someone with your background, you want to use keywords that are relevant for the kind of positions that you're looking for, that you're qualified to do. I want to be clear about that one. So when you do the re-edit, make sure that those keywords are there, that up-to-date technology is included that reflects your current work experience. At this point, delete what I'll call the ancient information. No one cares what you did 20 years ago. Obviously, I'm going to be talking with those of you who are more experienced here. No one cares what you did 20 years ago. If you think back to that time, that's in the last century. Who cares? Hasn't the world changed enough for you to give up the ghost of what you did back then? Here we are, and they only care about the last, again, for some of you, it's going to be 5 years. And for those of you more experienced, they may want to see a progression over the last 10, 12 years. Focus in on those. Keep your resume to 2 to 2.5 pages tops. No one wants to read a Russian novel. Those are the 800-page books. Well, there are the 8 to 10-page resumes. No one is going through that, and the systems are not going to kick out your resume, because the reality is most of those systems have intelligence to focus on the top of the first page. So that's why I always focus on that summary area that is keyword rich, so that in the first half of the first page of the resume is there, because the systems like that. And in terms of search, no one is going to hit page down more than twice in order to find relevant information. So you want to give it to them early in the document. The long book resumes don't work. Font size. Well, it's not just people my age who like a larger font size. It's, people are hustling, and when you send a resume in a 6-point font, you just tick people off. 10 to 12 point fonts, please. The type I think that becomes more attractive is Arial and Helvetica, but you can pick something that's an easy, clean read, and that will serve you well. Lastly, the last 10 to 12 years for the jobs that you've worked in. No one cares what you did 100 years ago. Focus in on more current work. So I hope you found this helpful. If you're interested in my critiquing a resume, you can visit my website, which is thebiggamehunter.us. There's tabs there that will take you to sections where you can order a resume and LinkedIn profile critique from me. They're inexpensive, and I say inexpensive because the reality is what's more expensive is not spending money and missing out on opportunities. So if you want to keep looking for jobs, if you want to continue to be an amateur in how you conduct the search, by all means, don't get any help. It's goofy, but if you're not getting interviews, you're not getting results, your resume and or LinkedIn profile isn't getting you in the door. Let me take a look at it. Let me see if I can figure out what's wrong. I'd love to help you. Connect with me on LinkedIn, also at linkedin.com/IN/the-big-game-hunter. Once we're connected, if you're interested in coaching, you can message me there. I'd be happy to schedule a free discovery call. However, if you have questions, I'm not going to answer them through LinkedIn. Contact me through either Magnify, which is an app for iOS, or PrestoExperts.com. There, I'll be from those two services. I'll take contacts from you and I'll answer your questions. Have a great day. Take care.